Hi everyone, I'm Rob Ladd, and this is the Cavalier Sports Report, where we speak with head coaches and players from Johnson County Community College to take an inside look at Cavalier athletics. Today our guest is softball coach Kelly Latendresse. We're joined now by women's softball coach Kelly Latendresse. Coach Kelly. Since we spoke last week, you guys have played 8 games in just under a week. You start off against Allen County, and you win both of those games, but Allen County gets on the scoreboard, which is something I know you don't like to see. You win the first one of the doubleheader 4-2, the second 13-4. Then just 2 days later, you play Division II, number 10 ranked Cavalier, and that was a tough doubleheader for you guys.
Started with Allen, like you said, and Allen County actually went up on us early in the ball game. They got a 1-run lead on an overthrow by my catcher. 2 strikes on the batter, 2 outs, and she decides to try to pick off the kid at third and throws it in the left field. And that kind of is how our week has been this week. You know, we haven't been playing our strongest ball. We were lucky to get through those 2 games with Allen County and then move into Cali County and drop 2 at home, which you never want to, lose to Cali County, because that's a big rival for us. And I don't like losing at home. I don't like losing 2 in a row at home. A split I could have been okay with, but 2 of them, we're definitely not happy with how we played that day. So, it just wasn't a good day. And sometimes that happens. We came out, we actually out-hit them, but defensively, we had 1 game where we committed 5 errors. And, pretty much in softball terms, that's 5 runs. And that's how many runs they scored in both games. And we can't walk people, and you can't play defense like that. So we hit the ball hard. We were hitting it right to people that day. We did put some runs on the board, but we pretty much gave them right back up when we went out and played defense. So it's 2 hard losses to swallow, but we really haven't lost anything that matters. Losing to Cali County was our first losses in conference and first losses in region, and our first losses that can affect our national poll. So looking at it, my parents follow us very closely. When I was growing up, they were avid softball, fans, because they were parents, and they still follow it. They come to games, they go to nationals, they do all that. I talked to them on Sunday. My dad said, Kelly, you're not going to like hearing this, but maybe you needed to lose to Cali County. He's like, you needed to lose so that you can lose, and you can still win, and you can still come back, and you can still do everything that you guys wanted to do. And so if the girls take it that way, and we kind of use that as motivation to understand that, yeah, we lost a couple games, and we didn't plan on losing, but nationals is our ultimate goal, and we can still do that, by coming out and regrouping and making adjustments and playing well.
And obviously the loss hurts because it's in conference, but you're also losing to a ranked conference opponent. So it's it's a good team. It's not necessarily somebody that you should definitely go out there and beat. But what do you tell your team after 2 tough losses like that, where you might just kind of get the feeling today is not our day?
Well, after the first game, there was a lot of frustration expressed to them because we didn't come out and play well. We didn't come out and play like ourselves. The girls didn't even act like themselves on the field. There wasn't a lot of intensity, and they're starting to get a little frustrated with themselves. Before, when we came out, it was, they came out and they were confident in their abilities, and they trusted themselves to, get them next time. If they struck out once, they were going to get up there and do it the next time. And they understood that their teammates could pick them up. And you've started to move towards that attitude of frustration at themselves for not competing like they should. So the biggest thing we told them was, you have to go out and you have to play every day, expecting to do your best. And it might not be your best day at the plate, and you might not be playing well, but the important thing is to know, okay, it's not my day to hit, but it is my day to play defense, so I'm going to make sure that I do that well. Or if you come out and make the error on defense, get it back at the plate. But we can't have the kids coming out now and being, less than confident in themselves and their abilities. So, we just told them it's not your ability to play softball right now, because they can play softball. They're a better softball team than Cali County is. And if we play on a different day and we get the chance to play them again, we will win. and I'm confident of that. But right now it's just we got to regroup, we got to refocus, and we got to get back to the way it was at the beginning of the year when it's exciting and it's fun, and you know, they just need to do that. They just need to get their confidence back, and they'll come out and be the same team they started at.
Now, I know you look forward to the chance of playing them again because I know you're confident that you could beat them, but that wouldn't be until the national tournament,
Absolutely.
another opportunity. After the Cali game, those two tough losses, you come out and you punish Brown Mackey 10-0 in the first doubleheader, 8-0 in the second one. In fact, you've outscored in your last 4 games your opponents 27-1. So kind of talk about, after those 2 losses, how the team responded the rest of the week.
You know, I think the girls came out, we didn't have any time to practice between Brown Mackey and Cali. We played Cali on Thursday and got on the bus Friday morning and headed down to Brown Mackey. You know, and they came out, you know, we were on the bus all day and came down to Brown Mackey, and it was kind of a slow start. You know, they didn't score until kind of late in the ball games, but they did kind of regroup. You know, their attitudes were a little different. They were a little more confident coming out against Brown Mackey, you know, and seeing the ball a little better. And we had some different people kind of come out and perform. You know, Kim Smith did not travel with us this weekend. She had some family things that she had to tend to, so Leanne Pringle had to come in and play third base. And she hasn't played a lot for us this year because Kim has been there. She actually came out and hit a home run against Brown Mackey. So, you know, we've got kids on the team who are performing. And that's what we all need to realize, is that, you know, it might not be your day to perform today, but your teammate will for you. And so that's kind of how they went into Brown Mackey and Cloud. And you know, I just told them, use them to make yourselves feel better, you know, and that's kind of what they did this weekend. So.
Well, let's look forward now to the next week. You've got Coffeyville tomorrow, and then you've got, you know, a non-conference game against Maple Woods. This is basically the last week of the regular season for you, and I know you're looking to finish strong. Kind of a preview of the coming week for us.
Right. You know, Coffeyville and KCK are our last 2 conference games, and they shouldn't be a problem for us, but you know, everybody in our conference is competing this year and everybody's winning ball games. So the girls are gonna have to go out and not overlook anybody. Tomorrow is sophomore day, it's our last home game. So they're gonna have to focus. They're gonna have to, you know, get rid of the distractions of sophomore day and the last day at home and all this stuff that goes along with that. They're gonna have to play ball. Maple Woods is a good team. We played them in the fall and we split with them. You know, so that's gonna be good for us to go out and play someone that can compete with us before we have to go to Wichita and compete with, you know, the 4 teams that make it through the first round of the postseason. You know, at this time of the year, we can't overlook anybody. We have to go out every day ready to play our best ball, and at this point, it's get yourself ready for nationals and to play some really good teams. So it's important they go out and make the adjustments they need to make this week and start moving towards being a competitive team on the national level.
You've got Kansas City next Monday. You going to be able to join us next week?
We should be able to see you before then. We might have to change our time slot, but
we'll
we
see
should
if we
be
can
able
get
to.
you in early that morning before you guys head to Kansas City Community College, and then we'll talk about postseason play, which starts later on in the week. Thanks for being with us today.
No problem. Thank you.